board meeting. Before we get started, we're going to have the Pledge of Allegiance.
If you will, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Just a couple things before we get started. Keep in mind, these meetings are televised live, so when you approach the podium, please let us know who you are, the business you represent. If you haven't already done so, we'd please ask you to turn off your cell phones. And if you've got some plans, you can lay them next to the podium, and the cameras will pick it up for the audiences at home. So we have 4 items on our agenda tonight. The first one being DRB 2019-49, the application of Urkel Properties at 119 to 123 Pennsylvania Avenue in Wayne for an awning. Mr. Urkel.
Thank you. Thanks for your time.
Thanks. Okay.
My brother Ron Urkel and I own this building on Pennsylvania. Excuse me, I lost my voice
Okay,
today.
just,
That's
yeah.
all right.
You can talk right into that mic. So.
Okay.
Okay, good.
We've owned this building now for about 25 years, and we've been maintaining it meticulously. Now we want to put an awning on it just to dress it up a little bit. That's the extent of the renovations. You should have, each of you, in your package. I hope you do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
So it looks like this umbrella material, which is a good material.
You have a sample there. It's the best that they have.
Yeah, that's
They
great.
being the vendor. You have all the drawings in here of the metal work that they will do to erect the awning. And it's going to be a plain black awning. You see the rake of the roof on it. And do you not have it, Colin?
Yes, we do.
I don't have it. I forgot my packet.
Yeah, I'll give you
Thank
one.
you.
No graphics, correct?
Pardon?
No graphics on the awning, just a plain
No,
awning?
not at this point. We're
Okay.
contemplating it.
You could, if you wanted to put the address, you're limited to 8-inch letters.
No, I don't want to do anything else. We
Okay.
spend enough money on this
Okay,
sucker.
all
Just,
right.
just for the heck of it. I mean,
Okay.
it's not, there's no utility value in it.
All right, well, it'll dress the neighborhood up.
That's exactly why we're doing it,
Yeah.
to dress up the building.
Sure, great.
So,
All right.
now, if we change our mind on anything, obviously, we'll have to come back here.
Mhm. Great. Yeah, it's a pretty simple, clean application, so. Any questions from the board?
Done.
You're good, Colin, you're done? Mr. Urkel, any questions for our board?
No, none at
No?
all, thank you.
Okay, Colin, want to take that?
In the matter
Oh,
of
yeah, I have one question.
Sure, fire away.
Assuming this gets approved, how soon would we know that it's approved?
In about 10 seconds.
Oh, it takes that long? That's
Yeah.
good.
in the matter of DRB 2019-49, 119 to 123 Pennsylvania Avenue, motion to approve awning on existing building.
Seconded.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. You've been approved.
It's going to dress up the neighborhood. Let me tell
Beautiful.
you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Good to see you, Mr. Urkel.
Have a good day.
You too.
Night.
Take care. Okay, next on the agenda is DRB 2019-50, the application of Lincoln Financial at 150 Radnor Chester Road in Radnor for 2 ground signs and a wall sign. Hi there.
Hi, Phil Dubroff with PMDI Signs.
Okay, nice to have you here.
Yeah, likewise. So there's the main entry sign to the Radnor Financial Center is the first item that
Okay.
we're presenting. And we're changing that. We're taking out, I'm not sure how familiar you are with them, but there's...
Did you brought plans probably, right?
I have them, yes.
Okay, if not, you can
I mean,
use mine and lay them out on the table next to
Okay,
the
yeah,
podium.
I have small ones. If I had the larger ones, that would be great.
Yeah, you want to use mine?
Sure.
Got a lot there, so. All right.
Share this one.
Okay.
about the main entry sign right here. The objective is to update the entry to coordinate the signage with the renovations that are taking place, and just generally give the site a branding update. Okay, so what we'll be doing, I'm not sure if you can see this, but there's this main entry sign is comprised, it's a V-type sign. It has these lighting elements to it that we'd actually be removing. And we'd be replacing it with this sign here. The only illumination on this sign would be these letters and the address. Everything else would be non-illuminated. There's uplighting existing, like in these beds, that we'd be using to light up the rest of the sign. Let me see if I have. So, if you're familiar with the sign, there's actually two signs. You could look at it as two signs. It's considered a bead sign.
Yes.
So that's really what we're doing. It's going to be featuring the Lincoln Financial Group because we know they're the anchors.
So this sign location is on Radnor Chester Road,
Yes, sir.
the entrance from there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the exact location. You can see we overlaid, this is the original, this is what's existing. There's two of these in the bead sign configuration. And then what we're doing is replacing each one of those signs and actually even using the exact foundation that's existing that we'll be anchoring into with the new sign.
So it's just basically an upgrade, just to change it up a little bit?
It is, yeah, and it's just cleaning it up. I mean, we don't, while these were cool when they were installed, the lighting, we're not sure of the relevance that they have now.
So the columns are being eliminated?
Yes, sir. Yeah. So it actually increases the line of sight, your sight triangle, although there's not an issue there, but it just takes away from that entry.
And the height is basically the same also?
It's a little bit lower.
Oh, okay.
I mean, not much. I mean, you can see a little triangle, but, I mean, the way we've calculated the square footage is we take the furthermost points of the existing signs in each one of these elements that we're proposing tonight. What we've done is actually an extensive review of all the signs that are on the site.
Yeah.
Okay? And because we know how important it is in the presentation aspect.
Okay. You can just use the mic.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
How important it is in the presentation of any sign package is that it enhances the site, not takes away from it. So-
Can you point on the site map where this one is?
So, sure. I'll bring these, it looks like these are a little bit more.
That's
So
good.
the V-type sign is A.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So I think we're good on that? You guys have any questions? You're looking good, Tim?
That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, looks good.
All right,
Okay.
let's see. As part of the, let's see, this, I'll keep the site plan. As part of the renovations to the building, okay, they've changed the whole entry once you pass the circle. And where Lincoln signs were on either side, actually, there were these columns out here. All of this is all renovated. It's a whole new entry. But we still need to recognize the Lincoln tenant on this side. So these two signs here off the walls will be removed, and we'll be replacing it with a single sign right by the sidewalk, which is approximately in this area where this, let me see.
Okay.
So right about here off the site plan. So if we take a look here we go. You see over here, right here, right here would be where the sign is going. So there's a footing there ready to receive this sign.
D2 and D1?
Just D2. What we did in the package that we gave the town, we thought it would be best for you to understand all of the existing signs, so we could show you what we're removing, what we're installing, just the whole evolution of the planning of the sign package.
So it looks like Lincoln's going to share the space with the banks and
Yes.
financial institutions
Yes.
and stuff.
And, and again, this won't be illuminated. There may be some ground lighting up, but
Mhm.
internally, no illumination. It's not really necessary. There's enough ambient lighting on the site that really doesn't warrant it to be an electric sign.
You plan to put the address number on that sign?
Well, no, actually, we weren't. The address, because that's being addressed on the entry area, we have that here, that gives you already the sense of.
The monument sign.
Yes, yes, sir. So let's go back to that quickly.
I don't know if, is it required, just because it's set back far and there's buildings between, you think it's
For the
required?
No.
address?
The address.
I think if it's
Okay.
There are,
placed.
there are existing numbers on the buildings already.
Yeah, okay.
And
So it looks like, yeah. Do you want to mention it or? Just to play it
Okay.
safe.
On the signs there for the individual companies that are going to be
Yes.
on that sign as well,
Mhm.
we're looking at a black and white version of their signs. I guess Lincoln has the red in theirs, and then everything else is black and white. Is that how it's going to be in real life, or is it going to be the corporate company?
I think it'll
corporate colors?
probably be the corporate colors, or are we doing black and white?
I think we'd like the optionality, that there remains for color, but it would really be subject to.
I'm sorry, want to come up?
Yeah,
Thanks.
Will Golden, I'm a director of construction with Brandywine.
Mhm.
So in terms of, your question was, do we want to have any color to other tenants? We'd like to have that optionality. The way we envision it, most likely, ideally, it would be black and white. But again, we would certainly offer that option, depending on kind of the size of the tenant and, their preferences as we got to a lease negotiation.
There's no provision in the terms with Lincoln Financial, since it's the anchor tenant, that it's, I guess
Well, you can see
the
that
color, and
Lincoln
then everybody
is
else has to get.
color, no, but you can see, obviously, they're, from a size perspective, the most prominent
Right.
in size on all those signs.
I guess as long as we keep in, the colors that they use for the logo,
Yeah.
and they don't go beyond that.
I think one thing, though, I know, like the Radnor Hotel on the corner, they came in with a new sign with tenant panels,
Right.
and they wanted to use like multiple colors, but we made them use all the same colors, whether I think it was a dark gray or whatever.
In terms of the background,
Yeah, in terms of the background, I think if M&T wants to use like green lettering,
I think we would
Yeah,
not be in
or-
favor of that.
right, or Wells Fargo, whatever their kind of corporate colors are, navy blue or whatever, but, yeah, I think the background probably should all be the same color.
Sure.
But maybe the individual names could be.
Could be colored.
In color.
Sure.
Yeah.
Are these the four tenants that are there now, or are
And they're not
additional tenants,
illuminated,
or not?
so-
They're not illuminated, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
correct.
we've
So
had ground signs come in.
Janney, American Exec, and Wells Fargo are current tenants. M&T is going to be open for business. We're fitting out their space now,
Okay.
so there'll be a new tenant in the new year.
All right, so then they all have established corporate colors that they use. Like
Yes, sir.
Wells Fargo has their maroon, and I think Janie is like a blue and green. or-
They have a light and a light blue and a darker blue.
I know it's the darker blue, I thought it was green, but it might be.
Yeah.
So why don't we try to keep the background the same, but
Same
give the
white.
clients the individual colors, their logo color,
Absolutely.
Right.
corporate color.
So let me just back up to the main entry sign, since we're talking about color.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you see,
You know what? Is it easier for you to use this?
sure,
Yeah.
as long as I don't have to sing.
Hopefully not.
That's good. Is this on?
Yeah, you should be on.
Okay, so when we go back to the main entry sign, okay, you'll see a dashed line
All right.
there. Those are two tenants, which one would be, those are defining a graphic area, so it won't be any larger than that. That's
Okay.
why we put that in there.
Mhm.
The M&T would be probably the top tenant. That's what we've
Mhm.
been discussing, and they would be the green, okay?
Okay.
So we're really careful with how we weight this sign. Like, for instance, the Lincoln letters would be dimensional,
Mhm.
but the M&T and the secondary tenants on there would only be a high-performance film. But we would have their corporate colors, but as you said, The background would remain white.
Yeah.
Now, would those be separate panels that go
No.
over top there? or-
No.
It
what
would be
we-
all part of the same?
Exactly. What we want to see is just a clean monolithic look when, you know, the presentation, because visually, when you're driving, we rarely absorb a lot of information, and it's distracting. So what we've done here is simplify it and just focus on the Lincoln, focus on the fact that it's Radnor Financial Center, and then the secondary message would be M&T and somebody else.
For those two tenant spots, and I assume that you're only going to have two options of tenants on that sign,
That's correct.
are you going to delineate the actual space
No.
of that panel, or is
No.
it just going to be?
It's just a, the reason this is put here is because, let's say somebody, they're saying, hey, we want to go with our name, and it's really big, and they have maybe a script, and it's a very tall letter. Well, that tall letter won't be able to exceed the height of this rectangle. So that's why we're doing that, is it's part of a graphic standard that we've established.
So taking, for example, taking the pedestal and looking at the
Yes.
M&T there, essentially you're saying in that top future tenant spot on the main sign there, the M&T bank would kind of be centered in that future tenant block and to kind of just be floating there.
Correct,
Okay.
correct.
Yeah. And then on that sign, would you have different colors as well, or?
It would be, yes, there would be
Corporate
their
colors.
M&T corporate colors, always the corporate colors.
But again,
yes.
the background's going to be white. Okay.
Correct, yes.
Because even like next door.
And that's lit from ground
N-
light.
From the ground,
Yeah.
yes, it's not backlit.
Yeah,
That'll look
we're pretty strict too with.
What is that material of the
That-
monument sign?
That would be aluminum.
Okay.
Yep.
Absolutely.
On
Yeah,
that
was
face,
you
I
about
believe that
the-
we have that specified at
Trying to see.
an 090 or 1/8 inch thick aluminum face fastened to a welded frame cabinet.
And reusing the existing footing,
Correct.
which is shielded, I guess, by,
Flowers.
Shrubbery and stuff?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty low to the ground, actually. It's not sticking above, it's flush.
Kind of a shame, there were nice signs that you had there.
They are.
Yeah, I remember when they came in many years ago, and yeah, they were pretty cutting edge.
It's amazing. Yeah,
Yeah.
they were, I've always admired them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. All right. Okay, so we good with the smaller interior sign then? Were you okay on that?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got one other to show us in this application.
Okay. So the last item would be the facade sign for the identity that would be carrying through the Radnor Financial Center logo.
and that's E on the site map.
That would be correct, yes. And here, what we're doing, again, we took the perimeter scaling of it, giving us 143 feet, and we're reducing it to about 82 and a half, 83 square feet, okay? The letters would be illuminated. They'd be a channel letter, face lit, fastened. Actually, we'd be using the same, we're attaching to the mullions, and be white face. I'm sure it'll be on a timer or whatever, and that's what we're doing, simplifying it. So we're reducing it, taking this down, and just to this. It's very bold. It's not actually. It's not even that bold. It's only a little over 3 feet letter, 3 foot letter. Just understated.
Mhm.
It's just simplifying it. Again, it's going with the times that we're in, simplifying, having something sleek.
It's hard to see. Is it directly above the storefront door? Is that what I'm saying?
Yeah, pretty much, yes.
Okay.
Oh, here. Yes, that's
Yeah, there we
correct.
go.
It's replacing the area that is
Thanks.
already installed.
Oh, I see. Thank you.
So, I mean, we usually don't like 3-foot letters, but I think in this application, it sits so far off the road, and of course, the building's so large, I think anything smaller would probably get lost.
Right, and it's in conformity with what's there now.
Right.
And in terms of height, it's even at like the same height as
Well,
now for the most part.
I remember when this came in years ago, and it exceeds the 15
Right.
foot.
It's just 31 feet.
Yeah, but they, I think, got the
Variance.
approval, right, from the zoning hearing board, so I would think they would not have to go back again since they've already been approved for that height.
So addressing that height concern?
Yes,
What we've done is we've measured from grade to the top of this logo now, it's 34'9".
right, right.
So now we've reduced it to 31'3".
Yeah. Our ordinance reads you're not allowed anything over 15 foot from grade.
Yeah.
Like I say, I think Radnor Financial went to the zoning hearing board years ago and got relief for this sign at that height. And Tim, you
I
probably
don't-
don't,
yeah, I
I don't
don't-
see any reason for them to go back. I mean,
don't think there
it's
would
been
be.
approved for that height, and it's just a,
It's actually less of a nonconformity if it's reducing it down
Mhm.
by 3 feet.
okay, you're all right with that, Colin?
More attractive.
Yeah, yeah, okay. All right, so I think that looks good. Any questions?
No?
Good? Tim?
What size are the financial center letters?
Those are 12 inches.
So you have 3 foot to 1 foot.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I mean, really, I guess you want the impact from Radnor Chester Road, or as you enter in Radnor Chester Road?
You know, it's, in that respect, it's a tough site to identify, because if we tried to make it so you could see it from the light, for instance, it would be incredibly obnoxious. Because
Right.
it would go all the way across the front to really to be effective.
Yeah,
Okay, so what we're trying to do is, you come in, and I think good signage is about creating the sense of arrival. Okay, so what happens is that's why we have, for the main ID sign, you know, people are going, they'll have the address, that's fine. In a sense, we'll be working on the kerning of these letters, just so it's read better. But here, they know that they're coming to Radnor Financial, so that's the main, point, okay? So
Right.
now they know they can make the turn. Now, when they go in, and they go straight in, once you drive in past those first few buildings,
You're stuck.
well, I guess you could say that. I mean,
Yeah,
it's,
once you're on that private drive,
yeah,
if you're not going to the restaurants or the bank
Right.
to the right,
correct.
you're going back there.
That's right, that's right.
And then once you're back there, then it's always just trying to figure out
What
if
lane
you're
do I
going.
go down?
It's exactly
Yeah.
figuring out which lane to
That's
go
right.
down to get to the main building, or if you're trying to get over to the other buildings over there.
So by putting
If
the
you have to get to
lettering,
the gym.
right.
right, so by putting the lettering in the center building, you're
Yeah.
reinforcing that that's the central
Yeah.
location.
I think it looks good. It's a nice package. Yeah. Now, the ground sign along Route 30, that kind of mimicked what was on Radnor Chester, correct? Are you-
We have
you-
plans.
So you're gonna have two different ground signs then?
Correct, and actually, I'm not directly familiar with that sign, I'd have to go and look, but it's not in our current plans to
Okay,
replace that.
okay.
It is similar to this one, to this original one. There is
Yeah,
glass. And,
yeah, I thought they were kind of two of the same, maybe size was maybe a little bit different, but, okay. So you're gonna do one and not the other? All right, maybe someday we'll see you back for a change. Okay. All right, any other questions for these gentlemen?
In terms of the other signs then on the site plan for this application, that's it, right? You're not changing you're not changing the directional signs?
No,
You're not changing this glass sign?
no, no. And then there's a canopy behind for the, what is it, children's?
Right.
Right, right.
Yeah.
no, I think
Yeah,
that's-
so all
Yeah.
of that will remain.
Mhm, okay. All right, any questions for the board? You guys are okay?
No, I think it's some fun.
Tim, I guess you want to take this one?
Sure, in the application of, matter of DRB 2019-50, the application of Lincoln Financial for approval of ground signs and wall sign, move for approval.
Your second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we're going to stay here.
All right, get our paperwork together and,
I actually don't have the Lincoln, the next one.
okay, let me get you that.
Do you still have the site plan one, or you need that back?
There should be one actually with the Lincoln.
This right here. Yeah.
Got it, okay.
Use that and that one. If you want to, I'll use this one, I'll refer to this as well.
Okay,
But you had two different, you had that in this application as well.
Yes.
You had that just highlighted for where this
Exactly.
sign is proposed to go.
All right, so next on the agenda is DRB 2019-51, the application of Lincoln Financial, 150 Radnor Chester Road in Radnor for wall signage. Gentlemen?
Okay,
Okay.
so what we're proposing in this, on this submittal is the Lincoln logo on the side of the building 130. And what this is this would be a halo lit, a halo lit letter. And halo lit letters are mounted about 1.5 inches away from the brick, and what you have is, as opposed to a face lit, you're creating light that is reflected back onto the brick building. And the fact that the letters are solid, you get a halo light going around, and at night that's what you see. So it's a bit more subtle.
So where's that going to be visible from? Where's it placed on the building? And are you going to see it from Route 30 or again Radnor Chester? Or?
I think you may pick up on Radnor Chester, possibly, but I think on Route 30, I guess
Well,
going
what elevation of the building is it?
to.
You know?
It's about 33 feet. 30.
I guess, what?
Oh, which side is that?
directional.
Is that,
It would be, I guess,
East?
The furthest west building?
yeah, this is, yeah, I guess it would be west.
I can't tell by the, I can't tell by the.
Kind of like the southern face of the west building.
that's correct.
The top left corner of that building.
Yeah. I guess the number one issue that we have, again, is a 15-foot restriction. So naturally, we can't approve it.
Okay.
Since it floats way over 15 feet. You guys have the option to go to the zoning hearing board for relief.
I don't think you'd see,
What's that, Tim?
I don't see how you'd see that from 30.
I don't see the point, but.
Yeah, I don't see. If you're talking about here,
Be able to see it from 30,
Yeah.
it'd be very difficult. You'd almost, because you figure you're
you see
on the other side of 555 and all the way down that
this
entrance
sight line
drive.
maybe.
Yeah.
That's- I don't even know if you'd see that sight line.
So would you say it's really for people coming to the building?
100%,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
At night.
At night and
Yeah.
during the day as well,
Okay.
yeah. Lincoln currently occupies all of the 130 building as well as the majority of the 150 building.
Okay.
Like I said, that's our number one problem right there is the height. And,
Are you just trying to like brand the building?
That's correct. At
Yeah.
Lincoln's request, they requested that we explore some more branding for them.
Stadium's not enough? No. Yeah, in terms of design and size on the building, I think it looks fine. I think that in terms of the actual functionality of it, I'm not sure that there is a use for it in terms of attracting people to the business, to the building, but once people are there, kind of directing them maybe once they're in the complex. But again, the height is outside of the parameters that we actually are authorized to approve. And so without approval from the zoning hearing board, well, we would not be able to approve it.
Okay.
okay, so I guess we'll do a denial. Is that proper procedure?
Do you have plans at this time to go and seek that type of relief?
Based on this feedback, yeah, we will discuss with Lincoln and then determine our next steps if we want to submit for approval.
Okay. Well, that body trumps us, so
Yeah,
I don't think there's anything else that you really need from us at this point.
right,
Okay.
right. Okay, let's just conceptually, do we approve of this sign?
I think from a concept of the sign, I think it looks nice.
Okay,
Yeah, aesthetically, I don't have a problem with it.
right, exactly.
It's just the height that we can't approve.
Yeah. So let's just double check the letter height. The Lincoln, it looks like 34 inches on the L on Lincoln,
That is correct.
okay? And Financial Group naturally is a little smaller. The Lincoln itself is 5 foot 2 inches, so it's pretty good size, but of course, it's a pretty good sized
Yeah.
building also.
Actually, it's about 4'8",
4'8",
4'7",
Well,
or
so
4'8", yeah.
if you actually compare it to the Radnor, in the Radnor Financial Center, then you're talking about this sign right here would dwarf the Radnor.
Yeah,
Yeah, because the other one's
So-
36, right?
Right. So the central building with the Radnor on it is gonna have less of an aesthetic draw to it than necessarily this one that's sitting over to the side.
Definitely the logo, because it's larger, but the letters are comparable, if not, well, the L in Lincoln is a bit smaller. I mean, you know, look, we're talking 2.5 inches, and once you're 100 foot back, it doesn't mean much. But what is different when you're talking about the emphasis would be that the Radnor is, because it's a block letter. You know, that's the difference.
Yeah, I think you can use our feedback if you plan to go to zoning, that we, basically are approving the aesthetics and the design, but we can't approve the overall height.
I think you could get away with even a little bit smaller if you wanted to. I don't think you need to have it as big.
yeah, I agree.
Especially when you're talking about, it's gonna be the only sign on that building, except for the address.
Sure.
I think you might not even need it that large. I mean, scaling it down maybe 20%, I think actually serves the
Sure.
same purpose, maybe even actually fits into the space there maybe slightly better, but I'm a lawyer, not an architect.
Okay. Any other questions for the board?
No.
Okay,
That's
should we
true.
have the lawyer do these?
I guess just for
Yes.
clarity, would you ask us to come back in to meet with you guys after we receive zoning approval?
I don't think
I don't
that's
know that-
necessary, is it?
Zoning trumps us, so I think,
Yeah.
my understanding would be zoning could take care of it all,
Right.
because we are ancillary to zoning, more or less.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so,
In the matter of DRB 2019-51, the application of Lincoln Financial for the approval of a wall sign at 150 Radnor Chester Road, I move to deny the application.
here's a second.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thanks, gentlemen.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate that.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work with it, too. Thanks.
All right, last on the agenda tonight is DRB 2019-52, the application of Success TMS at 888 Glenbrook Avenue in Bryn Mawr for a wall sign.
How are you?
Hey, Brian. How you doing, buddy? Good. Yeah, great.
Hey, how's it going? Thank you very much.
That's not the material, but it's the sample of the fabrication process. So this is easy to
Oh, okay.
All right,
Aluminum?
This will just give you an idea.
okay,
You have sample of how we're
okay.
attaching.
All right. Brian, you more comfortable with the handheld? You ain't more comfortable? Are you? Okay. If you got plans to lay out and stuff. Okay, Brian. Okay.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes.
This is for Success TMS. They're
Brian, tell us
located,
who you are. Sort of-
Brian Udofiak with Sign Studios.
For our
They're
viewers at home.
Representing Success TMS. They're located at 888 Glenbrook Avenue in Bryn Mawr. They are applying for a wall sign.
Okay.
What is Success TMS?
They are, how would I describe their business? They deal with depression,
Okay.
and they have an alternative approach
So mental
for
health?
people that are suffering from depression.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Good. Okay, Brian, what you have in mind?
I'm going to show you a picture of what they have currently. They remodeled their building.
Thank you.
They remodeled the front area. And BSC is no longer occupying this building, and they're, oh, I'm sorry.
Where's Glenbrook? South side of the hospital.
7-Eleven?
And what we're proposing is, they currently have an 888 Glenbrook sign up there with the BSC sign. And what we're proposing is removing both of those panels. The entrance of this building has changed. It used to be on the left as you look to the fascia of the building. And now the entrance is going to be right where that little parakeet is, the little parapet is there. So we're going to be, putting the 888 in letters so that the emergency services can see it.
Okay, good.
The product is the sign is Success TMS with their website. And that is their icon. They are a national company. They have facilities literally all over the place. And they want us to obviously stick with their Pantone colors, which I have laid out there. And the little gentleman, the character that's their icon, their logo icon, is 28 inches by 24 inches. And Success TMS is approximately a little over 8 inches high. It's like, I think, 8.5 inches high. And the tagline is less than 2 inches high. So it's, not drastically big. But they just wanted to have their brand
Right.
showing. They do occupy that building. And we'll be taking over the occupancy of the other part of the building once that is finished. They're still working on it.
It's currently being renovated?
Excuse me?
It's currently being
It
renovated?
is, yes. Yes, they have permits with Radnor to have that renovated.
Brian, is the condition of the brick, once that sign comes down, or the two signs come down, are going to be okay?
Yeah, I looked at that, and the panels are attached to the brick with Z-clips.
Okay.
So those panels are just hung on there. We are removing the Z-clips. We will fill those holes.
Good.
And we'll apply an aggregate to that so that that'll totally disappear.
Okay.
And then for the letters, we're going to, put a pounce pattern on the brick, and the letters will be attached with stainless steel studs. The studs are 2 inches. And then we'll seal everything with a GE2 clear silicone.
Okay. And the height is just a little bit below 15.
The height's exactly 14 feet 5 inches.
Okay, good. So we're good there. So, how about lighting?
There's currently ground lighting. I am not doing any of the lighting.
Okay.
I think whatever was there got covered by a tarp or whatever. But they used to have ground lighting shooting up. That wasn't part of what we were doing, so
Okay.
I think they're just going to keep what they have.
Pretty simple application there. Right, pretty cut and dry.
And it's a one-way street right there, so you don't need
Yes.
signs anywhere else. So it's going to be on that one side of the building. That's
Yes.
the only way you're going down the street you're going to see there.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah, I think it looks fine.
Oh, it's all stainless steel. It's a stainless steel construction.
Okay.
With stainless steel threaded studs. And the face of all of the signage is a two-part poly enamel.
Yeah.
Which is it's a beautiful sign. It's going to last a long time.
Look forward to seeing it. I think it'll look nice. You could maybe even go a little bit bigger, in my opinion, but no, I'm not sure if this picture actually
I originally
scales.
proposed it bigger, and the
Yeah.
client wanted to stay within a certain budget.
That'll do it.
I would love to have seen it bigger.
Bigger, illuminated?
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Well, there's some homes, there's residential
Yeah.
homes around there.
Right across
so-
the street, yeah, he has some residences,
Right.
but not too many.
Okay, good.
And it's right on a big parking lot, so I think it'll fit well there.
Yes.
Good. Brian, any other questions for the board, or
No, that's,
No?
I think that's it.
Colin, you're okay?
And,
Or, excuse me, Tim. I'm looking at Tim, I'm saying Colin. Tim, you're okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
good.
Colin?
In the
Take it.
matter of DRB 2019-52, application for wall sign for Success TMS at 888 Glenbrook Avenue, motion for approval.
Seconded.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you, Brian.
gentlemen. I
Appreciate it.
Good luck.
Have a great holiday, Brian.
Happy holidays.
Yes, Merry Christmas,
Yeah,
Happy New
man.
Year.
Thanks, bud. All right, see you around
Do they-
town.
Do they weld this?
Yeah, this
And
is
then
all.
polish that?
Yeah, what we do is, I buy this channel.